Hello and welcome to another episode of The Average EV. Today we are here at the groundbreaking for the first IONNA Rechargery beacon site. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, so I flew out here from Westminster, Maryland, all the way to Westminster, California, where they are gonna have the first IONNA Rechargery beacon. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more about that. I know that they're gonna be doing a groundbreaking ceremony. There's gonna be some dignitaries giving some comments. And then of course, I think we're gonna hear from at least Seth Cutler, who's the CEO, maybe also Ricardo Samadi. I'm gonna see if I can maybe chat with them a little bit later. I have a few questions, if not the end of the world, but excited to be a part of this big event, at least in my opinion, of this new type of rechargery that IONNA is going to make a part of their offering. So now I'm just gonna wait around and then I'll bring you all along for the ride, take some video of the event, and then hopefully get some interviews in the end.
Rechargery beacon. We've worked so closely with the City of Westminster on this project, and I'm happy to introduce the Mayor of Westminster as our first speaker. Mayor T. Charlie Nguyen has served as mayor since 2022, and as an engineer and successful businessman, he understands the importance of public and private sector working together to bring the latest and greatest technology and infrastructure services to the community. We're going to go ahead and kick it off, so welcome, Mayor Nguyen.
It is truly an honor for us to stand here with you as we break ground on IONNA's very first beacon site, right here in our community. This isn't just a construction milestone, it is a powerful step toward a cleaner, smarter, and more connected future for our entire region. Look around. This site is the perfect spot just off the 405 freeway and right in the heart of downtown of Westminster. It will become a hub where residents, commuters, and travelers can recharge not only their vehicles, but their momentum. I see the opportunity. As mayor, my hope is that this site will draw new visitors into Westminster, people who will discover our shops, our restaurants, and our culture. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for believing in a future that is cleaner, smarter, and built for everyone. And thank you for helping Westminster lead the way. So let's get to work, everyone.
And next, we have California District 70 Representative Assemblymember Trita joining us. He's the Vice Chair of the Local Government Committee, focused on infrastructure and city planning, and also serves on the Utility and Energy Committee. Thank you so much for being here, Assemblymember Trita.
Oh, hello everyone. What an honor for me to be here at this amazing day. I think this is a great news, not only for the city of Westminster, not only for my Assembly district, but for the state of California. This is the good partnership between the local government, and the private sector. And I think this is a project that's going to bring a job opportunity for the city of Westminster, for the community in Westminster, and also create a convenience for the EV owners. The city of Westminster, I want to thank you so much for continuing to invest in the community. And on behalf of California State Assembly, I want to thank and I want to recognize IONNA for their strong confidence to invest in the city of Westminster. Thank you so much.
Senior District Representative Zach Carnegie here on behalf of California State Senator Tony Strickland, representing the 36th District. Senator Strickland is Vice Chair of the Transportation Committee, and we're so excited to have you here today on his behalf. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Zachariah here on behalf of State Senator Tony Strickland. He's the proud representative for the cities of Westminster, Garden Grove, Huntington Beach, just kind of this general area. So what an honor it is to be with you guys to celebrate this awesome moment, just with this incredible location for a charging center. As the EV charger myself, this is going to be very great, and I am looking forward to it. That's for sure. And on behalf of my boss, being that he is in the last legislative session vice chair of transportation, he is consistently in hearings where he is constantly thinking and working with his partners on different opportunities, not only in his district but across the state of California. And as the Assembly member mentioned, we are looking for ways to improve the entire state, not just our communities out here, but the entire state and moving forward. So we really want to thank Iona for their commitment in investing in our community right here in Westminster. This is the heart of Senate District 36, so we really want to thank you guys and congratulate you and welcome you to our community. So thank you.
Next, we have here on behalf of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, 1st District, Supervisor Janet Nguyen. Come on up, JJ. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, everybody. Wow, this is a rock event. I had a couple of people from my office saying that they wish they would have been here, but I get the honor. My name is JJ Harvey, representing Supervisor Janet Nguyen, District 1. And like Zachariah said, she is busy right now, but I know she wished she would have been here. And I feel like getting a car now, EV car. I mean, apparently this is going to be a great location. And we just want to congratulate Iona for this wonderful groundbreaking. And we are really excited to have you here. If there's anything Supervisor Nguyen could do for you, you let us know, please. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Next, we are joined by the Deputy Secretary for Innovative Mobility Solutions at the California State Transportation Agency, Emily Warren. She works to promote the deployment of cutting-edge technologies to maximize safety and mobility across all modes of transportation. And Deputy Secretary Warren's focus in CalSTA includes improving the deployment of zero-emission vehicles and charging infrastructure. So we couldn't have asked for a more fitting speaker. Thank you so much for being here today, Emily. Come on up, Deputy Secretary Warren. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really great to be with you all today, and I wanted to share my congratulations on behalf of Secretary Omashakin and the California State Transportation Agency. Accelerating clean car adoption is really a critical priority for the state. It protects public health and the climate, which are really core North Star goals for us in California. Our experience shows that drivers will embrace EVs when they are affordable and convenient. And charging is just a huge part of that. Having reliable, fast charging access and confidence that that will be there when they need it is critical for drivers in making the decision to purchase an EV. And so we're so grateful that this site is the beginning of a new network that's going to help instill that confidence. CalSTA and other state agencies are investing heavily in funding ourselves to support charging infrastructure build out, but we really can't do it alone. Private investment from manufacturers and other private industry players is really critical, both on the vehicle side and on the infrastructure and charging side. The next phase of the EV transition is really about scaling up. It's about integrating in the fabric of communities like Westminster. It takes a coordinated effort between industry, state and local government, utilities, and local businesses. And this site is an example of that integrated vision.
Thank you all for being here. Let me start off by thanking all of our speakers for joining us today, celebrating this momentous occasion as we not only wrap up our California Grand Tour, but also break ground on Iona's first charging beacon right here in California. You know, less than 2 years ago, Iona was founded by 8 of the world's largest automakers to redefine public charging. And many of those automakers are here today, and I appreciate your partnership and collaboration as we build something special in this country. Our team is charged with deploying over 30,000 high-powered charging bays over the next several years. But our commitment goes way beyond just putting chargers in the ground. The Iona Promise is about providing EV drivers with the network coverage they need, the reliability that they deserve, and the amenities that they crave. We're not building just another charging network, we're building an experience. One that puts drivers first, that prioritizes reliability, that seamlessly integrates technology from grid to steering wheel, and that offers the freedom to travel wherever the road may lead. This beacon is our largest recharger yet, not just in California, but across the entire United States. Right here, located just off the 405, making it easily accessible to customers, this location will offer 22 high-powered charging bays to customers with canopies, an indoor Amazon Go store with frictionless self-checkout capability, covered outdoor seatings, and much more as we open this location next year to drivers. This team, though, is just getting started. Our final press release of the year went out yesterday with new updates about our current status, our rollout plans, and our plans for the future. And I'm proud to say, with over 1,000 high-powered charging bays currently under contract in the state of California, Ayana is well underway to invest more than $250 million in California charging infrastructure over the next 3 years. At Ayana, we have a concept, a bit of an operating philosophy that we run the company with, something we call Ayana Speed. It's a relentless focus, a determination, a bias towards action that allows us to execute quickly with the driver at the forefront of every decision we make in how we select sites, how we design sites, and how we operate locations for customers. Moving at Ayana Speed in just a few short months, we will transform this site into a state-of-the-art facility, not only setting the benchmark for Ayana going forward, but setting a new benchmark for charging infrastructure as a whole in the U.S. And with that, I'd like to invite all of our speakers to join me as we officially break ground on Ayana's first rechargery beacon. Thanks, everybody.
All right, everybody, so that was a really interesting ceremony. Unfortunately, for a couple speakers, I think they were drawing too much power from, they had like a battery, and I didn't catch those, so I'll see, you'll obviously see if I fit them in or not, but a lot of really good speeches. I think really big takeaway, and not that I've never thought of it, but I don't think about it a lot, is when these companies come in and they put in these chargers, they're providing an asset to the communities. And when I heard all of the representatives from the city of Westminster talk about it, it's very clear that this is an important thing. It's going to bring in drivers to this area. Maybe they'll go and be a patron of the different businesses around that. And also maybe the people around the area, they'll see, oh, there's an electric charging site. I can get an electric car. Do my part to be a part of the EV revolution. So I thought that was really meaningful personally, because you don't often think about that. There's people who are building the site. There are people who maybe are going to be running and working here at the site, cleaning it, stuff like that. So really cool event. And then I'm going to still see if I can go talk to Ricardo and Seth, maybe, we'll see. All right, everybody, I'm here with Ricardo Stamati from Ayana. He is the CPO and CTO, correct?
Yes.
For
Yep.
Ayana. And I just had a couple questions for him. So first off, Ricardo, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about this rechargery beacon here in Westminster. There's going to be a rechargery beacon. What makes that different than your other rechargery locations throughout the country?
Yeah, I mean, the name was inspired by what we intend to do. It's meant to be a beacon, a guiding post, not just for ourselves, but really the industry at a very interesting time for the industry. What makes it different is the number of bays, right? So the amount of power available to those number of bays, specifically in this Westminster, California side, which is an amazing location, by the way. There's another condition that absolutely has to be met. Not only right off the highway, not only in California, but also just 10 minutes from Disney. I think it's also about 10 minutes or so from John Wayne Airport, right? So the location itself is primo. The type of experience that we bring to it, I think the key word there is it's a parallel experience. So even though, as you know, everything that we're putting on the ground is 400 kW plus in terms of power, that still might be a good 15, 20, 30 minutes perhaps, depending on the size of your battery, depending on your SoC. And then what we do at Beacon side is to really take that concept from sites like Gardner, which was a beta test on this, sites like Apex, both of them in North Carolina, also a beta test on this, of what kind of parallel experience can we provide customers there. So here at Westminster, we're really proud of this because it's right next to an In-N-Out, which is an amazing place to obviously not only eat, but it's true California, true Americana, which goes so well with our brand, the places that we want people to actually come and stop and charge, or if they're already driving by it, ultimately then have that good parallel charging experience. But then in addition to that, specifically here, 22 bays, every single bay under a canopy, pull-through charging as well. Not all of them will be pull-through charging, some of them will be pull-through charging, effectively what we could do with a test fit. Then ultimately there's a brand new building that we're going to build from the ground up, that it's going to house a lounge, restrooms, and also, and this is why I said Gardner, for example, was a beta. So Gardner, North Carolina, you can go experience or just walk out Rechargery Market. And all the learnings that we took from there, we're going to apply here as well to have another, and now the 2.0 version of a Rechargery Market. In addition to that, we didn't stop there. A lot of the Rechargery itself is going to have covered areas outside of that lounge, right? So whether it's for your dog, because you want to sit outside in the great California weather, again, so much about California is about being hyper local. And California means outdoor spaces as much as indoor spaces, which is why, especially in this beacon, we imagine this to be as much of an outdoor experience as that, indoor experience as well, but also being, amazing neighbors to experiences like in and out. So ultimately, all of that with the 22 bays covered, 400 kW, 2 transformers, a power simultaneity ratio that I won't reveal here, but it's best in class in the industry, are what make this a beacon experience, and a couple more things that will sort of like hold back, and then ultimately when you're back here, hopefully when in a couple of months into next year we actually do the actual grand opening, then you'll get to see the rest.
Awesome. And then I've got one more question for you.
Yes.
Now, it's become apparent the federal government's wanted to scale back some subsidies for EV charging and other things related to electric vehicles. But it's really clear that all the IANA partners are all in on EVs in the United States of America. So my question to you is, what part does IANA play in helping build up EV adoption in the US?
If I had to think about it and pick one word, it'd probably be vessel. So we are lucky to be the vessel through which these 8 founding partners, and if you allow me to rattle them off again, right? So this is GM, this is Toyota, this is Stellantis, this is Honda, this is Hyundai, this is Kia, BMW, Mercedes, all of them who come together and effectively said they had this long view on the industry that infrastructure needed to be part of the experience, right? And with or without federal government, when you take that long view, ultimately it needed to stand on its own 2 feet. And fine, policy really dictates momentum more than anything else. So the momentum has changed in the policy, but that true north is still there. And there's power in numbers. These 8 OEMs, as you have heard, are just as committed as they were before. We just announced this week $250 million just in California over just the next 3 years. That is going to be thousands of bays that are going to be not only here in LA, but also as far up north as San Francisco, as far south as San Diego. And ultimately, we as a vessel are delivering on that promise and that vision that the whole industry has to stand on its 2 feet whenever that happens, right? So now it's going to be a little bit faster. IANA's there to ultimately walk the walk.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
All right, everybody, well, that is a wrap today here at the groundbreaking ceremony for the IANA Rechargery Beacon in Westminster, California, not Maryland. It was a super cool event. It was really nice to talk to a bunch of representatives here at IANA, some on camera, some off camera. It's just such a good company with such a good ethos. I enjoy talking to these people. I enjoy working with these people. I know that they really want to create a charging network that is for the EV drivers so that they have a good experience and so that it can help, make EVs hopefully grow in adoption rate in the coming years. So again, it was an awesome event. Thanks again, IANA, for the invite to this. And that's all I have today. If you've got any questions, you can go ahead and leave them down below. If you haven't already, please remember to give a like, a subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will catch you all next time.